Oh man, living the American dream. Working for yourself. Beautiful day. It's a great feeling. Because I can. I saw the delivery guy put this on the porch here and it looked like he was struggling with it. I thought, what in the world could be so heavy in such a small box? Well, I see where it's from and I'm pretty sure I know what's in here. So let's go take this over to the shop and check it out. 65 pounds. This does have some weight to it. Well, that's enough of work for one day. We'll see you in the next episode. Just kidding. Let's open this up and see what we got. Okay, so what we have in here is the diamond chains from Barry Fry at Sunset Outdoor Supply. I'm actually surprised that all this fit into this small box, but 65 pounds for 4 chains. Man, these things already look awesome. The cleats on here are super aggressive. I can't wait to mount them and try them out. Even though I have several extra dual wheel kits, Barry says I won't need one to use the existing dual wheel kit that's already on the tractor because of how these chains fit on the tires. Don't try to spin off the existing outer wheels, rather unbolt them using the lugs with the diamond chains directly back onto the tractor. I got so many extra wheels in this shop. You can see we have the set of the Ventrac narrow tires with chains, an extra set of turfs. So I think that's 3 complete dual wheel kits I think that I have here on hand. I actually have 7 extra field tracks. I'm gonna have to pull some of these out of here and see what I can actually use. I'm sure I got more of these things lying around too the more I look. I've had 20 years of accumulating Ventrac parts and it adds up over time. All right, so I just got off the phone with my closest Ventrac dealer. They have 1 mounted field tracks in stock. 1. Are you kidding me? So naturally, I called Jim Hutchins and he's got 20-something of them. And he asked me what color I wanted them in, white or black. I'm going to go with the newer color and I'm going to be hopefully able to stop down there today and pick them up and get started on mounting these chains. Now, since I live in Pennsylvania and Jim Hutchins is just across the state line in Maryland, guess what I got to do? I got to make sure that I don't have any extra ammo in my truck. Are you kidding me right now? Leave my sidearm at home and make sure I don't have any ammo so I'm not a felon? I don't like you, Maryland, at all. A box of 50 caliber Action Express. Can never have enough ammo. Only difference between Jim and Barry, both very knowledgeable, got all kinds of parts on the shelf, is that Jim's only an hour away and Barry in Morgantown is about 4 hours. So it's a little more than just a casual jaunt for me to get to Barry's place.
Take the next left onto Maryland 22 East Churchville Road, then your destination will be on the right.
All right, we are here. Just about an hour later. I always love walking into this place and seeing all of this Ventrac red. Man. Every day's a great day. Jim's expecting me.
Oh, gotcha. All right, give me just a moment.
Hey!
Hey, sunshine, how you doing? Sorry, I'm sitting here eating a cracker.
And I got my camera running, if that's all right.
That's fine.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hey, Sharon. Hey. How you doing? I got my camera on if that's all right. These are probably mine. After I pay for them. Yep, okay. Now Carlin is a really nice fella. That ain't bad. Okay, let me set up the timer.
It's all hold hands.
Okay, so we got it set at 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know, I'm gonna try 10.
We were gonna hold hands. Now you look that way. Look that way, Bob.
All right.
Hey!
I think that's right. All right.
16.
16.
We've only tried this
We'll see you in 3 months.
times.
Yeah, we'll see you back.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's because I'm in there. He can put a smile on your face.
Okay, now we're leaving. It is always a great time stopping in here and talking with all the great people here. Now for the hour back home. I should have brought my trailer, because if I had, I would have probably walked out of here with the Terra rake with the extensions and the hydraulic option. But I unhooked my trailer on purpose before I left because I knew I was going to leave here with another attachment. I shouldn't have unhooked it, because I could really use that on the job I got coming up. Anyway, let's get out of here. Okay, so following Barry's instructions, he recommended not to put the chains on the tires and try to spin them on. Rather, using the lugs, take the current wheels off and leaving the wheel extension on for the dual wheel kit, and then just tightening the new wheels and tires back on. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove these old ones. We're going to be putting the chains on here shortly and replacing them with these brand new tires I got today. And yeah, we'll see what process we need to do to get these chains mounted. Ooh, that one's coming off really rough. I almost don't want to use that. I'll take that one off manually. What is happening? Ah, I just broke it. Snapped it right off. Shit. I mean, darn. That one's gonna snap too. Oh, man. You've got to be kidding me. Well, I already broke one. I don't believe it. Try some blaster, see what that does. I don't know, man. Oh, yeah. You're hearing it, but I'm feeling it. Well, we have to get it off. Never seen this happen before. Oh, there it goes. It's broken. You don't want to hold this for too long. Whew, I can feel like going right through the glove, man. Snapped right off. Well, so I'll give you a closer look here at how these things are actually welded on, and you'll see why once you break one of these, it is not just a simple matter of replacing one of these bolts. Whew, look at all the scoring on the threads there. Ay, ay, ay. And you can see on the back side here, that's how they're welded. So I guess in theory, it's possible to grind them off and replace them with new ones and weld them back on, provided that they are centered exactly. Well, I really wasn't planning on making a video with the dual wheel tool, but here I am. I'm going to wind up removing this wheel extension that now has 2 broken studs on it. I don't want to use this one, so I'm going to loosen this, spin this off, and replace it with an undamaged one. I really wasn't planning on this today. Tell you, I never did one like this before. It's always got the wheel on it. It's always got the tire on it, you know? Whoa! I make these tight, that's for sure. Oh boy. Okay. Once we get it on the ground, I think we'll be all right. Oh boy. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just a little more coaxing. Nothing serious. I don't recommend using an impact driver for this. You want smooth and gentle. I don't want to break anything. What would I do without the dual wheel tool? Now, since this video is about the chains and not about how to replace these outer wheels by removing the lugs, which is not standard practice, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take one of these chains out of the box. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on that old rubber that we just removed. I'm not sure how easily this is going to come out of here, but hopefully I just pick up one and just one of the, well, that was easy. I was thinking I was going to get a tangled mess, but that wasn't so bad. Let's spread this thing out. See what this looks like. So we got 4 ends here. If you can see this, we got this thing here, this guy, and these 2 things. I guess we'll kind of see how this goes once I get the top piece on, and hopefully it'll be kind of intuitive at that point. There is a lot of slack here. These cleats are aggressive, man. The battery's almost dead. So I'm gonna pause this for now and I'll get back to you shortly. Okay, so my initial intent was to reuse the old tires with the diamond chains, but these fit really loose. I even have this one, inflated to 9 PSI. Now, the best tip I can give you when it comes to fitting new chains is to get all the air out of the tire first, then get it tight, then reinflate. So Barry suggested to use the new tires. I've done that. It went on really tight. It was a lot of finagling and repositioning the chain. It fit tight when there was no air in it. I put 7 pounds in here. These things are great. They're a little out of center, but I think once I roll around on them a little bit during the test, it'll give me a chance to kind of mess around with them and further adjust them. But right now, these fit tight. These look great. I can't wait to test them out. I think I got a pretty good system down. That last one went pretty quickly. Spent maybe 5 minutes on it. So I think I'm getting the hang of it. Let's see if I can replicate what I just did on video here. I mean, obviously, first you want to get this thing laid out roughly the way that it's going to lay on the tire. These knee pads really do help, though. So what I'll do, I want this to be the inside of the tire since the label's in there. So this is going to be the outside. Now you jockey this thing around as best you can, paying special attention. Let's see if I can move this over. Paying special attention to making sure that this inner chain here is on sidewall on both sides. So mess around with it a little bit until you kind of get it just about where you want it. Then it's a game of cinching it up slightly and adjusting it and continuing to move it around a little bit until you get it to the desired tightness. And once you've done that, then you reinflate the tire. And then it's really tight. It's really good then. The first one definitely did not go this easy. So this is nowhere near as tight as we're going to get it, but it's a first step to keep this thing from unraveling on me. Then I can flip it to the other side. Okay, this gives us our baseline. Now it's not going to fall off. Now we can start cinching it up. Take these two tails with the clevis on there. Now, the final step on this with these clevis is once you get it to the desired tightness and you get everything set up the way you want it, put a little bit of the blue Loctite on here. You don't want it to be permanent, but you want it to be good enough that these aren't going to back out on you. Oh, wrong way. Want to make sure that the flat of the clevis is on the outside, because I don't want this part jamming into the rubber. Not quite. Oh, so close. Oh boy, that wants to go. There we go. Whew. Okay. So close. I want this to be as tight as absolutely possible. Oh man, it's agonizingly close. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Ah! Ah. There we go. Don't move. Got it. Whew. It's just that last millimeter. Whew. Okay. Okay. And now we can cinch these up even a little bit more. I think we got a little bit of wiggle room left, and I want to show you a little trick. Now, when you have excess chain or excess rope, you don't want to cut it. I mean, Barry said, go ahead and cut the excess. I can't. I mean, not all tires are the same size, believe it or not. Even if they all have the same numbers on, like all these field tracks, they're not all entirely identical. Some are a little bit larger, a little bit smaller in diameter. You can make that up to some degree with the tire pressure. I like to make all of my tires as close to the same size as possible, which means they don't necessarily all get inflated to the same, but I do try to keep them all around 6 or 7. That's my goal. But here we go. We got a little bit of play in here yet, so let's see if we can coax this a little bit tighter. It's grabbed me. Okay. So what I do is I take this tail and I drape it through here. That's tight, all right. Oh boy. Let's see if I can get this on. See if you can even see it. Let's put a lot of pressure on my back. There we go. That's tight. We'll do the same thing with this. Get this thing cinched up. Then we'll put the air pressure back in, and this is going to be good to go. So I guess what I would say in summary is these chains are extremely awesome. They work exceptionally well. Because these are so specialized, I would be cautious about when you do use them. Only using them in cases where you know you're not going to damage any surfaces, any hard surfaces. But on hillsides and slippery conditions, these things are going to be amazing. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me in this episode, and we'll see you in the next one.